In today's recipe, we are rolling back to those warm bakery mornings with biscuit cakes. You know, the ones in Trinidad and Tobago with the sugar on top? Yeah, today we're bringing that exact biscuit cake back to life. Simple ingredients, nostalgic flavors, and a texture that will retract your feet down memory lane. The only thing missing here is that brown paper bag that they used to sell them in. So stick around and let's bake a memory. To begin the recipe, let's skim through all of our ingredients. We have our wet ingredients including an egg. We have unsalted butter. If you don't have unsalted butter, margarine is okay. Flour and sugar. Into a bowl, we are adding our granulated sugar. The amounts will be listed in the description box. We are adding our butter. The butter is melted but not fully melted. It's between softened and melted. Add it in the bowl. We are adding one egg, and we are going to cream our sugar, butter, and egg. If you don't eat eggs, you can leave it out. Cream it until it's doubled in size and becomes a pale yellow. The creaming method will truly give the biscuit cakes that authentic taste. 5 minutes should be perfectly fine. Let's mix it down and get ready for our next step. The liquids that we are going to add will be cold. For the wet ingredients, we are using evaporated milk, whole milk, and vanilla. We are combining everything in one mixture before it's added to the mix. Adding all the wet ingredients into one makes it blend seamlessly. For our dry ingredients, we have flour, baking powder, baking soda, and we are using some salt. Mix it. You can choose to whisk it or you can choose to sift it. This is to make sure that we get a good amount of air into the flour. Feel free to add a touch of cinnamon and nutmeg. Add half of the flour into the creamed mixture and we are going to mix it on very low speed. The same technique that you would use to make cookies. We want it to get a cookie-like texture before we add any liquid to it. Distribute the fat into the flour until it becomes mealy or crummy before we add the liquid. Breaking down the butter into the flour can be done by hand. It's just going to take a little bit more longer. It's now time for the liquid. We're going to add half of the liquid. Beat it on low speed again. We are not kneading it because we don't want the gluten to develop. Inside of biscuit cakes have a very nice crumb, but it's still soft. Add a little bit more. Scoop down the sides. Turn up the flour. And we are adding the rest of our wet ingredients. Mix it for a short period of time just to bring it together. Growing up in Tobago, Shoppack Bakery was my favorite bakery because they sold biscuit cakes. It was the only thing I would ever buy in a bakery, just because it had sugar on top. When I wrote this recipe, I just had to get it right. And we are going to use our hand to compress. And we are using squeezing motion. If you look at the texture, it's between a cake, a biscuit, and a milk bun. But it feels similar to a cookie dough. Continue using squeezing and pressing movements to bring it together. This is done. We are using some flour in a strainer to lightly dust the surface that we are going to be rolling on so that the recipe does not change. Very light. This is good. Put the mixture onto the flour. Lightly dust the top again, very light. And we are going to use our hand to start pressing. This is the initial roll. Dust with a little bit more flour so that it does not stick to the rolling pin. And we are using a 1/2 inch roll. The entire biscuit cake mixture must be at 1/2 inch. When it bakes, it will come up to about 1 inch in thickness. The guide on the rolling pin would give me a 1/2 inch thickness throughout. After rolling, you want to lightly dust again, and we are using a cookie cutter to simply press and spin to cut out the circles. For the cutting, you can use a cup or an enamel cup to get a similar size. You can even use a container cover. We are making them as big as biscuit cakes used to be. If you have gotten this far into the video, give the video a thumbs up, which helps my YouTube channel to grow by reaching more people, to help me grow and to make better content. After you have pulled off the excess from around the circles, you want to make sure that you compress again and squeeze, get a nice flat top before you roll. You want to make sure that all the top of your biscuit cakes are very nice and smooth. This is what they look like after they have been cut, and now it's time for the favorite part of my childhood memory, the white sugar on top. We have added granulated sugar to a strainer, and we are simply going to tap it all around the biscuit cakes and use our hand to distribute it evenly. Back in the early 90s, these were $1 for one. How much did you pay? The excess sugar that fell between the biscuit cakes, you just want to get a brush and clean that up before you add it into the oven. So this is what they look like, and we are going to bake this at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for approximately 22 minutes. I just couldn't wait for these to come out. Once they came out of the oven, everything was looking beautiful, the same way how I remembered them. The beautiful golden bottom with a white top with nice sugar all over. Key thing to note, when they come out of the oven, you have to give them time for air to be introduced into the biscuit cakes. At the beginning, you're going to have something that is nice and soft, but in approximately 2 hours, that complete crumb will come in. And by morning, you can enjoy these with a nice cup of cocoa tea. This is what it looks like 2 hours after. And this is what it looks like the next morning. We have now come to the end of our recipe. If you enjoyed the video, give the video a thumbs up, a subscribe. Help me to grow my YouTube channel by sharing. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend, and see you in another one of my recipes.